So I've been seeing this online on Facebook, and the couple of friends who have brought their FX with me with the power plenum, and my own power, FX is doing the same thing now. The air starts leaking through the barrel and the valve does not close properly. And after looking through the entire gun, opening it, I saw that the Delrin was fine, and the valve housing was fine, and the only problem was that it doesn't press the rod enough. The spring here is not strong enough to press the spring that goes in here is not strong enough to close the valve properly. So what I did was I removed the barrel, the bottle, opened this thing up, took out the spring, and I took an old C3 bumper that I had and I placed it on the outer side before the spring, and then I put the spring back in, and that stopped the leak for me. And also my power consumption, which was very high, it used to be very good, but after a few weeks of use, the power plant, this spring, it becomes too thin and it became weak, and I started losing more air between each shot. So now after replacing that, putting the Delrin in, I'm using less air, and my velocity hasn't dropped much, probably around 2-3 FPS, which is not too bad. It's under 5 FPS, so almost the same velocity when I check it on FX Crony. The other thing is that the gun doesn't leak anymore, so I retain the pressure that I had before. I was slowly losing the pressure overnight to like at least 10 bars or 8 bars in one night. Some people are losing it faster, some around the same speed, but that's Workaround seems to be working fine for me so far. I'll post an update later on after testing it for a few days, but this is just for someone having similar issue, they can fix it too. So my power plenum, the spring is too weak and I'm wasting too much air. Like, it doesn't close the valve fast enough. So I'm trying to see, there's one way of getting a bigger valve and putting it in, but due to current lockdown, I don't think I'll be able to get that in time. So what I'm going to do is I have taken one old C3 bumper that I have before that is busted. Busted means like it's spoiled from the middle. It is spoiled from the middle. I'm just going to put this one in here like that, and I'm going to put the spring here. It's going to compress the spring slightly more. Let's see if this experiment helps me reduce the amount of air I'm using.